What's up, sports card collectors? This is Matt with a Lowdown Dirty Cardboard, back again with episode 7, Wood Grain. So back in the day when I was younger, I remember my parents had a TV that sat on the floor, and it was a big one, and it was a wood grain TV. And I just remember always watching sports on that TV, and it just had a lot of memories. Us as a family sitting there watching TV on the wood grain TV. So nothing better to incorporate a little wood grain with the little baseball cards. So, as y'all know, I'm from the Houston area, and it's kind of a cultural thing. Growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s with H-Town and wood grain. And you had to have wood grain in your car. They made songs about wood grain in the cars, and down here is just a lifestyle. So, these are my top 5 cards with a little extra of some wood grain. All right. So, first up, my 1955 Mini Minoso 55 Bowman. I absolutely love this card. This one is a slight miscut over here. You see it's got a little red line over here on the left-hand side. But I like this one in particular because this one is a lighter wood grain. So this one is my Mini Minoso. This was one of the extra ones. My top 5, I'll go ahead and put up there on my top 5 rack here. This is my number 1 of my top 5. This is another 1955 Bowman. This is my man, Willie Mays. Now, I collect Willie Mays. I PC him, so there's not a lot of cards that I need left of his besides some of his earlier stuff, but I absolutely love this card. I love his smile on his face. I love the darker wood grain. Just a really cool card. I've watched videos before where I know there's a lot of people who love the wood grain look and it's not one of their favorites. And hey, I get that. But for me, I absolutely love it. All right, I told you before that my dad's favorite player was Willie Mays, but I'm learning since he has passed a lot more. And I think his second favorite player of all time was Mr. Rocky Colavito. And I really like this Rocky Colavito card. I like it because he's in a Detroit Lion. See, there I go. A Detroit Tigers uniform because I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I just love this, Tigers uniform. I love the old school hat that they have in the calligraphy D. But that's my Rocky Colavito from my 1962 Topps. Here's another 1962 Topps, and this card does the Lowdown Dirty Cardboard right. Here we go right here with Mr. Billy Williams. This is his second year Rookie Cup card. As you can see on here, we've got some tape stains. Just a really, really cool card. This one, again, a little darker on the wood grain, but I absolutely really love this second year Billy Williams card. My dad was a huge Giants fan, and I don't know what it is about this card in particular, but I love, when I say it, I think a lot of y'all are going to think about it, the sleeves. And then here is my 1962 Juan Marichal card. Fantastic pitcher, Hall of Famer, but I just dig those sleeves there that Mr. Marichal had back there pitching back in the 1962s. Just a really, really cool card. So my shouts out to Mr. Juan Marichal and his sleeves there. This is another guy that I PC. Probably the greatest smile ever in sports, but it's the Say Hey Kid. I'm sorry, Let's Play 2 Kid. I apologize. Mr. Ernie Banks right there. I love this 1962 Topps Ernie Banks. It's got some rough corners around there, but this is absolutely one of my favorite cards right here. I love Mr. Ernie Banks. So I'm going to put Mr. Ernie right there. Up next, Hall of Fame pitcher, still with the 1962 wood grain, none other than Mr. Gaylord Perry, Hall of Famer herself. I love the 62 star up there. I love, this is actually looks like a painting picture to me and not like Ernie and Juan and Billy Williams where they had actual photography. But I do like this picture. I like that he's not looking, directly at us. He's looking over to the side. But I do like this Mr. Gaylord Perry rookie card right there. This next card might be one of my all-time favorite cards ever. We incorporate the wood grain, but we incorporate 2 of the hobby's most famous, I guess you can call them GOATs, and two of the greatest players of all time. It's that manager's dream, Mr. Willie Mays and Mr. Mickey Mantle. I love this card. As you can see, my corners are a little worn off, but again, when it's on the wood grain, I 100% really like that. So I'm gonna put this card right over here, over on the right. This was one of the early wood grain cards that I bought. I had to pick it up. It's another 1962 star card. I think probably the best card from this set, but none other than Mr. Lou Brock. And I absolutely love this card. I love the orangish background. I love, again, just like the Gaylord Perry, kind of has a more like a painting instead of an actual picture. But I really, really do enjoy my 1962 Lou Brock. And so now I got to fast forward just a little bit, about 25 years, and get to, of course, the 1987 Topps, when we got to go with some more wood grain. And of course, one of the best pitchers of that time, none other than Mr. Greg Maddux. This is one of my favorite cards. This is a Topps traded, but I absolutely love this card here. I love the pose, and I'll be honest with you, it's really odd looking at him in a Cubs uniform. But if you look closely, I love those old school cleats that the baseball players used to wear. Man, those just take me back with the stirrups. Really, really cool. I love that card. I guess when I got back into, when I started collecting, and this was the chase card for me, because, you know, growing up, who didn't want to hit home runs, and who was a better hitter than, of course, Mr. Mark McGwire. And I love this wood grain. To me, the green and the wood grain just go fantastic. I love this card. This is one of my when I think back to my early childhood, this was one of those, collector cards that I just had to have. And I finally got it, and I'm glad I still found it when I went through, just rummaging through old cards, my old school 1987 Mark McGwire. And then I got this one signed about 5 or 6 years ago when I was taking my son to the Astros Fan Fest. And probably, besides, I have two favorite Astro players, Lance Berkman, and then none other. This is a shout out for Mr. Brent Richards, but my Kevin Bass card right here, autographed by Mr. Kevin Bass. And man, I just love that card with the old school Astros logo up there in the top left corner. I love the light blue. Just a really, really cool card. So of course, Mr. Kevin Bass has to go right here in the middle. So there is my collection of my wood grain cards that I absolutely love. They have a special place in my heart. I would really like to know your thoughts. Are you a fan of the wood grain or not so much? Please leave a comment. I will definitely respond. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Until next time, later.